Hi, it's Greg from Linkpushing.net, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to set up a link push using our automated service. You log on to Linkpushing.net, you'll see this page right here. Directly under Options, you click the Login button. It'll take you to this page. You enter your username and your password, and it will directly take you right to this page right here. You add your new page details in. You name the link push, whatever you want to name it, so that you'll recognize which link push it is that you are going to check up on later in the process. You put your title in. It should be a spinnable title. You don't want to use the same title for every article and every Web 2.0 property that you're going to create using our process, as that will hurt you in the rankings. Maybe not hurt you, but it certainly won't get all of them indexed, and that's important, obviously. You choose your category. There's 6 or 8 different categories to choose from. Just pick the one that's closest to you, to what you're offering. And then your page URL, that's your money site. And hopefully your money site is monetized properly, and you've got the SEO stuff on site done as well. I do want to mention the title again. It's spinnable is very important. To have 6 or 8 different titles is very important. You want to move that around some. If you're not good at spinning, if that's not your gifting, you can take a look at the best spinner. I like that myself. I use that. I have that. Kevin, my partner, who's the genius behind this whole service, he as well is a big fan. And you can easily spin, articles and titles and ads and whatever else you're writing, using that. Okay, once you've entered your name, your title, your category, and your page URL, you'll have an opportunity to enter some more things directly below this. The next frame is going to show you what we've got done for you here. Here you see the name of the title. We've got the name of the link push is Link Pushing to the Max, so I'll remember which one it is. The title, as you can see, I've got it's set up to spin. The category we chose is web. Our money site, of course, is linkpushing.net, and it's important to have the HTTP : / in front of that. And then you could see the excerpt of the article in spinnable format. Again, we use the best spinner for this, and that's the first part of what you got to do. Okay, directly below that you'll see the body of the article, the actual article itself, and that is spun as well using, again, the best spinner. I've got my keywords in there, and the domains automatically populate. Once you type in your keywords and enter, it automatically populate, and hopefully the sites like WordPress and Squeedo and Blogger and them will not have those there, and you'll be able to use that as like linkpushing.wordpress.org, linkpush.blogger.com. Hopefully they'll be available, and if they are, that's how your link push will show up. Okay, as you can see, this is more to the same page. The bookmark title is spun. The bio has a clickable link in there, and you really need to put a clickable link in there. A lot of people fail to put a clickable link in there, and your article directories have a resource box or a bio, and if you don't have that clickable link in there, you're not going to get the benefit. And that's the name of the game is let's drive traffic to your site. Let's get backlinks building up to your site. And then below you see the blogs. I've ticked off some blogs. I didn't choose all the blogs, and I never do. I always vary the blogs that I use, and I suggest you do the same thing. That will make it so that you will not leave a footprint. That will keep it random. It'll keep it chaotic. And every time I do a different link, I just click different blogs off, so I don't use the same blogs over and over again. And again, I'm going to stress one more thing. Bookmark title. Please randomize it. Please spin that title so you have several different titles going. Okay, you can see the articles and the bookmarks. I've done the same thing. I didn't tick off all of them. I just ticked off some of them. And again, that'll keep it random. And then all you have to do from there is just hit submit page details. Also, when you're submitting your article, copy it from Notepad as opposed to Word. It'll be a much cleaner submission for you. That's important. And so once you do all that, I'll show you exactly how the process goes. Initially, obviously, we have your money site, which you've already set up with the proper SEO on site, and you've done some other backlinking and some other processes for it. You've got it monetized properly, whether you're using CPA or AdSense or Commission Junction or ClickBank or whatever method you're using, or perhaps you're collecting, building a list. But in any event, your money site is all set up. That's pretty much on you. And once that's all set up, and you've got the link push, you'll see the beginning process of the link push is what we do is we create 4 different hubs. In this particular instance, there's 4 different hubs. It could be 3, it could be 5. It's always going to be a random number. But we set the 4 hubs up, and we use Blogger sites for that, Web 2.0 property sites for that, because they get indexed immediately and they get published immediately. And so we'll have the 4 hubs with your article in there, and it'll be on WordPress or Squidoo or Blogger or whichever ones you chose. It will not be an article directory. And in that article itself, we'll have a link back to your money site. These hubs are going to be the only links to your money site. All the other sites that we're creating are not going to go to your money site. They're going to go to your hubs, and you'll see that in a second how it looks. So you've got your articles in the hubs. You've got them pointing to your money site, and then we create feeder hubs or feeder sites. And the feeder sites could be article directories. They could be blogs. They're going to be, some of those that you chose. And again, the number is going to vary. But inside that feeder, like feeder 1A is going to have an article from, say, Go Articles. And in that article is going to have a link pointing to your hub and actually pushing your hub. Same thing with feeder 1B and same thing with feeder 1C. There's little articles in there pointing to your hub. And the hub, of course, is pointing to your money site and pushing your money site. And this is the very beginning of what the link push looks like. And this is the process that's set up, that Kevin has set up so nicely, automated. It takes I've done a lot of these. I've done a lot of these, and I've done them manually. It's so much nice doing it automated. It's not even close. Okay, you can see the bigger picture here. We've got the hub 2, and then we've got 4 feeder sites going behind that. You'll see the numbers varied as we go through. Those 4 feeder sites, again, there's articles in there with a link going to the article that's in your second hub, which has a link going to your money site. So you've got 2 hubs with a total of 8 articles, or 7 articles, pushing your money site. And little by little by little, this is going to be a very effective method, as you see. Okay, the third hub we've got 5 different articles that's going to be pushing that third hub. And again, you'll see the first hub has 3, the second one has 4, the third one has 5. It's random numbers. Now those numbers could be 2, it could be 8, it could be 7, it could be 3, it could be 6. It changes every time we do a link push because we need to keep it random so we don't generate a footprint. So those feeder sites with the articles in them have a link pushing going to hub 3, which is pushing your money site. So you're starting to see, hopefully you're starting to see how this is pushing your money site up in the search engine rankings. And you certainly will see it after you build a few of these and you see where your site is. Instead of being on page 4 buried in 47th spot, you'll be on page 1 after a while. The fourth hub we have in this particular instance has 7 different feeder sites. And those 7 different feeder sites, of course, all have articles in them. And those articles all have a link pointing to the hub, the fourth hub, which is pushing your money site. So you can see all this link juice is passing through all the hubs and pushing your money site up. And what you'll end up with is this. You'll have a completed process. That's a completed link push. And those numbers that you see for the different articles can vary. The numbers for the hubs can vary. It can all be very random. So that's the process. It's simple enough to submit. It's simple enough to let the work go about. It comes out with a very nice looking process when it's all said and done, and it gives you some very good backlinks, and it gives you some very good link juice. It's a very effective method. It's simple enough to do with our service. Make sure you spin things. Make sure that when you copy and paste things, you use a notepad and not Word. It's really that simple. You can do it manually. Like I say, I've done a lot of them manually. It's just a lot of work. For me, it was a lot of work. I don't mind the writing part. For me, that's really very easy. But setting up all those sites and linking this one to that one and keeping track of all that and writing this down and writing that down was a bit of a pain. So that's why Kevin and I have come up with the service. Kevin's the genius behind the service. He's the guy that'll make your life nice and easy as far as this goes. So, that's the process. Enjoy it. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you listening.